Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my Q&A. If you haven't seen part 1, I will link it in the description box below, so make sure to check that out first. And welcome to part 2. I do whatever it takes. Yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. Twitty, skincare routine. You guys are gonna laugh at me. Before, I used to put a bunch of crap all over my skin, and now I just put argan oil or jojoba oil, and I remove my makeup with oil or coconut oil, and that's it. That's all I do. That's it. I honestly don't do anything crazy to it. I just use oils and don't mess with it. From just using oils as moisturizers, like argan oil has helped me a lot to clear my skin and keep it smooth and hydrated. But anything else, my skin is very sensitive, so I just like to keep it minimal. She also asked, do you do HIIT? And the answer to that is yes. I do only 1 day HIIT at the moment, and right now I'm doing the spinning bike. So I do 20 seconds as fast as I can. So I do a sprint for 20 seconds, and for 1 minute and 40 seconds I'll do moderate. So I'll go very, like, I'm just keeping my legs moving, and then I'll do that for 20 minutes. So I'll repeat that circuit. Favorite color, my favorite color is blue, to be specific, aquamarine blue. Have you influenced anyone to go vegan or at least plant-based? And the answer to that is yes. So there's many forms of activism, and for me, stepping on stage is my form of activism. Every time I run a show, the amount of people that contact me that I inspired them to go vegan or at least plant-based or try vegan is insane. The amount of competitors that have come to me and said, I want to do what you're doing, it's amazing. So I take this sport so seriously now. Like, I feel like I was put on this earth to do this, and this is why I want to do good. This is why I work out every day. Like, this is my why, you know. I'm so inspired to share this lifestyle with everybody and spread the vegan message in this way. Like, it's amazing. So it's been very humbling. It's been very rewarding, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So every time that I feel like I might not get motivated to go to the gym, I think about that. I think about, Natalie, if you do good, imagine all the people that you're going to inspire. Imagine all the people. So that's my why. That's why I do what I do. This is why I'm sharing my journey with you guys, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love what I do, and yeah, so the answer to that question is yes, and I love that I can do this and inspire others while doing something that I love. Science strength, Miss Anastasia. How much time do you spend practicing posing? So posing is very important. The judges don't care how long have you been training for. They don't see that you've been training for years and years. So they don't see how hard you diet. They don't see any of that. They just see you, if you're in the NPC, they just see you for 10 seconds. That's it. So you gotta make those 10-second count. So I treat posing just like I would any workout. It's part of my routine. So I practice posing in between my sets. If I have a rest in between my sets while I'm working out, I'll be posing. I don't care who's watching, because guess what? So many people are gonna be watching when you're on stage, and if you can do it at your own gym, you're not gonna do well at a show. So I will drop what I'm doing, I'll hit a pose, I'll hold it, because I want to be conditioned on stage. I don't want to be the girl that's sweating, that's shaking. I want to be the girl that knows what she's doing, is confident up there, and can really, really, you know, do well at a show. How to deal with eating out. Not sure the restaurants use animal products when cooking or baking. Alright, so when eating out, I use the app Happy Cow. So Happy Cow makes it super easy to find all vegan or vegetarian restaurants, or restaurants that have vegan options. But if you do not have the app Happy Cow. Go check it out. It's so easy, and I believe it's only $3, but it's the best $3 I have ever spent because I use it everywhere. Anytime I'm in a new city or a new town, I will put vegan and all the vegan options will appear. And these days it's easier than ever. There's vegan options everywhere. So check it out, Happy Cow. All right, plant-based mechi. What are your best tips for losing weight? A beginner eating plant-based meals. My top tips to losing weight, and I said this many times before, is to focus on the majority of your calories coming from whole foods. So that means keep it minimally processed. For example, for me, I eat about 70 to 80% of my calories whole foods. So with every meal that I eat, I make sure to incorporate some type of green, some type of vegetable. In the morning, I incorporate a lot of fruit, like berries that are super high in antioxidants. And then I have a little bit of wiggle room for like sauces or breads and something more processed to keep me on track, you know? And there's so many ways to go about diet, but this is how I do it. If you're trying to lose weight, pick something you can stick to. For me, that's weights and surfing. So something that you can do constantly. Some people like yoga, some people like to go on walks, some people like running. So just pick an activity that gets you motivated. It doesn't feel like a chore. And then you can do it constantly because guess what? Consistency is key. That's the #1 thing that's gonna help you reach your goals. So you have to be consistent with your food and consistent with your activity levels. So pick something that you can stick to long term. This is not gonna be like a 10-week diet fix. You want something that is long term and you can do it for the rest of your life. And my #3 tip is to just do it. I know a lot of people, that's the hardest part. They are thinking about it, they dream about it, they write it down, but they don't do it. So get out there, stop thinking about it and do it. Madison Sierra, when you track macros, do you count all the veggie carbs as carbs? I'm having a hard time keeping my carbs low on low carb days, even though the only carbs I'm consuming are from veggies. I count everything that I consume. I do not not count it because vegetables have protein and carbohydrates. So for example, on a lower carb day, what I do is I log my protein first and then add everything else later. So I'll add all my protein for today, so tofu or edamame beans or seitan, whatever I pick for that day. And then I add my vegetables and all of that. And if I have some room for more carbs, I'll add them. But I'm definitely counting for the protein that those vegetables have and the carbs that they have. So a nice example of a low carb, high protein meal would be some edamame beans with some cauliflower rice, or you can make my fried rice, but switch out the rice for cauliflower, and that will give you a very high protein content with lower carbs, and it's very filling and very high in volume. High volume means that you get a lot of food for less calories. Other option you could do is zucchini noodles. That's always one of my favorites. So you could do zucchini noodles, and zucchinis have a lot of protein and a little bit of carbs, and they're mostly water, so they keep you really hydrated and very, very filling, high in fiber, so they're amazing. And I would have that with some tofu, or I'll make some seitan meatballs, which I also have a recipe for in my website, Fit Vegan Chef. And then just add any sauce that you want, any low carb sauce or any tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is usually pretty low in calories. So that's some examples of lower carb meals that are higher in protein. And spinach, don't forget to add spinach. Spinach is like awesome. I just sprinkle spinach on everything. Like on my smoothies, I throw some spinach. On my lunch, I'll throw some spinach. And on my macro bowls, the base of my macro bowls is mostly spinach. I love this girl. I love her YouTube channel, but I'm going to butcher your Instagram name. Sined Makana. I hope I'm saying that right. do your macro percentages change during prep and during off season? So in my off season, calories slowly go up. So we slowly start adding more carbs, and my protein starts dropping a little bit lower. So because when you're in a caloric surplus, your body can utilize those extra calories and you don't really need as much protein as when you're in a caloric deficit. Your body needs more protein to maintain muscle and to keep you a little bit satiated too. Protein keeps you a little satiated because it's harder to break down. So in a caloric deficit, I keep my proteins high and fats in the moderate range. I don't go lower than 20%, not during this prep. I know I've done it in the past, but this time I'm going with a very balanced and moderate approach, and I am really, really enjoying it. And I'm noticing that my body is holding on to more muscle. Like last year, I lost a lot of muscle throughout my preps. This time around, I feel like I'm looking fuller. Fit chick kawaii. Do you carb cycle? So I have never carb cycled before. However, non-workout days, my carbs are dropped. On my workout days, my carbs are moderate, and then on my refeed days, my carbs are very high. Do you count veggies in your macro count? And again, absolutely, because veggies have protein, so I can. Everything that you eat has some type of protein, carb, or fat. Very few things only have like 1 or 2 macronutrients. So I always track them because that's protein, that's something I'm consuming calories in. I am going to track it. And that's it, guys. I think I answered most of the questions that you guys left me. Thank you so much. This was very fun for me. I want to be open with you guys and show you that, you know, it's all a learning experience and we just have to track and adjust, and everybody's different. Just because it works for me might not work for you. You just gotta do you, learn, track, and adjust, because all bodies are different. And things that I'm doing in this prep, how my body's reacting, is completely different how my body was doing before. So it's very interesting to me and fascinating. Yeah, I just want you guys to kind of take a little bit of what I'm doing, but also do your own research and, you know, kind of figure it out for yourselves and see what works for you, because you want to make sure that you can pick something that's, you know, that you can do for the long term and that you can sustain, and that doesn't feel like a chore. I know I'm speaking from a competitive background, but I know a lot of you are not competitors and are just looking for a weight loss method. Just keep going. I mean, consistency is key. I really appreciate all of you guys' feedback. Thank you so much for all your questions and suggestions on my upcoming videos. I am really excited to do some of the things that you guys mentioned on my Instagram post. I will be posting more updates less than a month and a half. I'll be stepping on stage, so I'll make sure to give you guys weekly updates leading up to this show. I'm super excited. My first show is going to be in Tennessee. So yeah, it's gonna be May 12th. So if you guys are in the area, check this show out. I'll be competing there and I would love to meet you. I have a few other events that I'll be attending to in the next few weeks. So this week I will be at the Texas Veg Fest in Austin. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll be at the Clean Machine booth, and then 2 weeks from then I'll be in Philadelphia for the Philly Expo, for the Philly Fit Expo with the Teen Vegan Bodybuilding and Fitness. And 2 weeks from then I'll be at Tennessee at that NPC show. The next week I'll be at NPC Junior USA Nationals in South Carolina. So I'm gonna be all over the place. So there's plenty of chances of you and I to connect. So let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be in any of those cities. I would love to meet you. So please let me know in the comments section down below. So thank you guys for watching today. It was really fun. I'll see you on Thursday's video. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you're new here. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye.